Hi, I'm Rachel.
I'm Johanna.
And this is Anae here in the corner. And we are going to explain to you question 5. And I hope you guys have fun. Yay! Okay, so in this question, we are given 4 lines, and we are told that they intersect at points A, B, C, and D to form a quadrilateral. So we want to find, we want to find the coordinates of the points, and that'll help us determine more features about the quadrilateral.
Okay, so now we're going to find the coordinates for the points, and we do that by finding the intercepts of the lines. So to, for example, find coordinate for point B, we have to find the intersect between the line AB and where it intersects with line BC. And so we write that down.
Okay, then the next step would be to separate the 2 equations, because if you look at it, this also equals to the x and y. So you can see that the x components are equal and the y components are equal. So you can write that out and say that 2 plus 4r equals to 18 minus 8s. So that's the x component right here. And then you have the y component, which is 5 plus r equals to 9 plus 32s. And then you can just solve for the variables, and you have a system of equations, 2 equations, 2 variables, and you can solve for the variables. So the first variable that we are going to be solving for is in the y component, and we are going to be solving for the r, because that's a simple isolated variable almost already. So you can just solve for the r and say that it is subtract 5 on both sides and get 4 plus 32s. Then when you have that, you can plug this into the equation here and say the x component equation, and say 2 plus 4 times 4 plus 32s equals to 18 minus 8s. And so now we can solve for s, and that makes sense. So we can say 2 plus 16 plus 128s equals to 18 minus 8s. Then 18 plus 128s equals to 18 minus 8s. And then you combine the s's on both sides, and you get 136s equals to 0, because the 18s cancel out. You have positive 18. If you subtract 18 on both sides, that gets rid of that, which leaves us with s equals to 0, which makes that easy to plug back into our equation here. So then r equals 4 plus 32s, which equals to 4 plus 32 times 0, which equals to 4 plus 0, which equals to 4. So now we have both of the variables, and if you look back up, the r was to find the point in line AB, and then the s was to find the point in line BC. So it doesn't really matter which one you plug it back into. So we can just say, ooh, hold on, where's my line? Okay, it's 18 over 9 plus 0 times negative 832 equals to our x and y components. Okay, then you just simplify that and you get 18 over 9 equals xy. So our point B is 18, 9. Okay, you can do the same things to find points A, B, C, and D. You just use your components to find your points, but we're not going to do that because we already did that, but we're not going to show you. So we can just tell you that point A is 2, 5. C is 22, 27, and D is negative 2, 21. So let's go back and see what the question asks us to do next. Now we need to find vectors AC and DB, and then using that we'll find the magnitudes of those vectors and then multiply those two magnitudes by each other. So to find AC, it's nothing new. We just take the coordinates of C minus the coordinates of A, which is 22, 27 minus 2. Oh, wait, but I think I copied them down wrong because I'm a noodle and I can't copy correctly. So point C is actually, don't know where I got this from, but it's 14 and 25. So if you actually copy it down correctly, yeah, that's right. And then if you do that correctly, this is what you get. And then you can find dB, which is the next vector that you can find, which is plus 2 minus 21. Okay, which is 20, negative 12. Okay, so then you can find the magnitude of these vectors. So if you find the magnitude of AC, that's just the square root of 12 squared plus the square root of 20 squared. Same thing that we've done 1,000 times. And that goes down to 544. And a square root of 544 units. Okay? You do the same thing for vector dB, which is also 20 squared plus negative 12 squared, and that also gives you the square root of 554, or 44 units. Okay. And then
and so now we're going to multiply them. The AC dot dB
BC.
Oh. No. As
No.
it says here.
dB. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Thanks, Rachel.
Sorry.
And then and we all know how to do that, so we just take 12 times 20 plus 20 times negative 12, which equals 214 minus 214, and it ends up in 0.
Yay. So what does this all mean, Johanna?
It means that the diagonals AC and DB, they are perpendicular to each other.
No way.
Yeah, which means that the
Quadrilateral
is actually a square.
Yay!
Woo!
But what about the lengths of the sides?
They are equal.
No way! So it's definitely a square.
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. See? Math is fun.
Yeah, it is.
Bye, guys.